Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at New Bremen High School where the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins take on the New Bremen Lady Cardinals. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Sweeterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lambs Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, NKT Products, and First National Bank. My name is Ben Ayers. Alongside me tonight, Mr. Ron Cruzy. And Ron, we got a matchup here between a MAC school and a Shelby County League school. Coach Carla Siegel, in her 19th year, brings her team in tonight with a 4-2 record.
Yeah, 4-2 and 3-0 in the Shelby County League. They share first place with Rushi. They come in with 3 Shelby County wins, and that's with Anna, Bodkins, and Fairlawn. They're led by a 5'9 sophomore, Marissa Myring, averaging 11.5 points a game and 7.7 rebounds a game.
On the other side of the ball, the home team tonight, Coach Chris Burden, in just his 6th year, building off the volleyball success, the volleyball team winning the state title this year, rolling in here with a 6-1 record.
And 1-1 in the MAC. They beat St. Henry, and they lost to Versailles for their only loss of the year so far. And right now they're being led by 6'1 senior Paige Jones, averaging 11 points a game and 5 rebounds, 3.4 steals a game.
It looks to be a great matchup here between two quality teams off to good starts this season. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this in girls high school basketball action on NKTelco Sports.
Sweeterman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Sweeterman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Welcome back here at New Bremen High School, where again the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins are taking on the New Bremen Lady Cardinals. Here are your starting lineups for the Fort Loramie Redskins. Coming out first, number 12, Kennedy Gephardt, a 5'5 sophomore. Another sophomore, number 23, Taylor Ratterman, also a 5'5 sophomore. Very young team here. For Fort Loramie this year, a little different than we're typically seeing. Third starter, number 32, Hattie Meyer. Number 40, Abby Holthouse, also a senior, 5'10 forward. And rounding out the starting lineup will be the leading scorer for the Lady Redskins, number 42, Marissa Myring. Again, coached by Carla Siegel, coming in 4-2 today. Siegel in her 19th year, very experienced, one of the most successful coaches in our area, over 300. Up to 367 wins now. So one of the top coaches, and again, a little bit of a different team this year, but a little inexperienced, but they're off to a great start at 4-2. For the Lady Cardinals, the home team tonight, number 5, sophomore Macy Putoff. coming in averaging 6 points a game. Senior guard forward, number 10, Paige Jones, leading scorer at 11 points. Junior, number 32, Kelly Naylor, averaging 8 points on the season so far. Number 44, Kayla Bergman, a junior. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 50, Jane Homan, also a senior, averaging five points per game. Again, Chris Burden, the head coach for the Lady Cardinals, 6-1 off to a good start. And Ron, it'll be interesting to see tonight. We talked a little bit before the game. Two teams that have very different shooting preferences.
Yes, they do. New Bremen has taken 148 threes so far this season, whereas Fort Loramie has only taken 38, so over 110 more threes for New Bremen. They're shooting 27% from the three-point line, whereas Fort Loramie 39% from the three-point line, 40% overall field goal-wise.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see what kind of play establishes itself tonight. Paige Jones jumps and wins the tip for New Bremen. Loramie comes out in their patent man-to-man defense, something they've been known for. Ball dribbled off, goes off the foot. Number 5, Macy Putup, going to be the first turnover for the game.
Yeah,
it's that pesky defense right away for Fort Loramie.
And New Bremen averages only 11 turnovers a game, which is fantastic. And Fort Loramie comes in with averaging 15 turnovers a game.
Yeah, MO of Fort Loramie's defense is creating turnovers and turning it into offense. See if they can make that first turnover lead to offense for them tonight. Ball being worked around here. It's a drive kicked out to number 12, Kennedy Gephardt for 3. Off the back of the iron and rolls in.
Friendly rims for the Fort Loramie Redskins.
Only 38 three-point attempts, but she has 16 of them there, so she's a 44% three-point shooter. So if she's the one, if they're going to shoot threes, it's probably going to come for her. Bremen working the ball around. Ball's inside to Jones. She's going to back up, puts the shot up a little too strong. Rebound pulled down by number 40, Abby Holthouse. Gephardt reverses it around. Meyer gets it back over to Gephardt for another 3. She squares up off the rim. Offensive rebound by Holthouse, put up and off the mark. Rebound tapped, pulled down by Kelly Naylor. She pushes it up the floor.
Both teams like to push the ball up the floor, but one difference is Fort Loramie, if it's not there for a layup, they'll work the ball around and try to get the good shot, whereas New Bremen historically has put up a lot of one-pass shots and are a little bit impatient.
Homan off the mark with the offensive rebound, taken down by Jones and put in as for the first points for the Bremen Cardinals tonight. It's now 3-2. Loramie resets their offense. They tried to, as you said, both teams like to push it up the floor, and Bremen did a good job getting back. Here's a nice drive this time by number 42, Marissa Meyering, and she goes right around Bergman.
A nice move to the baseline, and it was a short drive, so the rest of New Bremen defenders on the weak side didn't have time to get over.
Put off to Bergman. Back over to Macy. Put off for a 3 off the mark. Ball pushed up by Loramie. Gephardt gets it. Decides to pull it back out. It's tipped, deflected around. Still ends up into the hands. Stebbins kicked out. It's going to be knocked down. Number 40, Abby Holthouse. So much for not shooting threes, huh?
Yeah, they're coming in with 38, so far 41.
So ended up only being a 2 there. Ball pass into Jones. It's battle underneath. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go back to the Lady Fort Loramie Redskins. We got our first subs for the game. Number 20, Molly Smith, checking in for New Bremen.
The other thing I find interesting, Ben, is Fort Loramie 15 turnovers, but their opponents come in with 20 turnovers, so they're forcing the turnovers on the defensive end, and we haven't seen a press yet, but I know they can do that, and they look to turn the ball over and shoot layups off of it.
And here is a turnover. Jones running up with the left hand. She's fouled. Good strong take by Paige Jones to have the opportunity to step to the free throw line.
And you look at the other end of the floor, New Bremen, we talked about 11 turnovers for them, but their opponents, they force 19 turnovers. So both teams use their defense to turn the ball over from the other team.
Jones's first attempt is good. Jones now with all 3 points for the Lady Cardinals tonight. You can hear the replay here. Jones with the steal, going coast to coast, picking up the foul. Attempt number 2 is up. And off the mark, rebounds pulled down by number 20, Molly Smith, but she's not able to put the second attempt back up. Redskins are going to run. Tried to get into Holthouse, reverse. Here's a jump shot from the top of the key by Kenzie Holscher, who just checked in, rebounded by Loramie. Going to pull it out and reset.
Loramie's doing a good job on the offensive boards.
Gephardt drives, tried to kick it around. It goes off Paige Jones's knee. It's a loose ball, fighting for the rebound. Good hustle there by number 20, Molly Smith, and Naylor with the push. Homan fights for the ball, drops to the other side. A left-handed layup by number 20, Molly Smith. It's going to be an and one.
Nice pass there by Homan. Naylor got in trouble dribbling the ball to the corner and got double teamed there, but was able to get it into Homan. The defensive help came, and she was able to bounce past the ball over to Smith.
It was a very aggressive set of plays as they were kind of banging around both sides. Here's Miss Smith's free throw attempt off the mark. Tipped and battled around. Pulled down by Holscher. She's going to push it up the floor. Holscher, just a freshman. Over to Gephardt. Back to Holscher. Getting the offense set. Holscher catches, squares up, off the mark, short. Rebound pulled down by Paige Jones, and she's off and running. Ball's tipped away that time by number 32, Hattie Meyer. Possession to stay with the Cardinals. Checking in for New Bremen, number 14, Abby Tiemann, and number 12, Hannah Tankman.
So if you ever want to know where the ball is, you find out where Hattie Meyer is, and you'll find the basketball. She gets a lot of deflected passes.
Definitely one of those players, a senior, only averages 2.5 points, but definitely has a huge impact to the game. Here she is again around the ball. There's going to be a foul, almost a jump ball call, though. It's going to be the third team foul already on Fort Loramie here. Loramie holding a 7-5 lead. A little over 3.5 minutes left to go in quarter number 1. Tiemann's going to get it across half court, initiate the offense for the Cardinals. Reverses over to Jones. Got a double team coming. Trying to force the ball out of her hands. Jones able to dribble in and out and around it. Ball's caught there by Tankman off the mark. Loose ball on the floor again. Battled before the pass can be made. Put off traveled. Turning the ball back over to the Lady Redskins.
That's second turnover for New Bremen.
Not too bad considering the very first possession was a turnover. So
right,
clean things up a little bit, but.
And the pace has been fairly quick.
Meyer leads the ball up for the Redskins. Reverse Gephardt. Back over to Meyer. She's going to drive baseline. Cut off there by number 12, Tankman. Good defense by the Lady Cardinals. Holscher pulls it back out. Reversed over to Holthouse. She's going to drive in. And we're going to have a push to be the first foul on New Bremen. I believe it's going to go against number 20, Molly Smith.
And that's the other thing I noticed, Ben, foul shooting wise, Fort Loramie 62% from the free throw line, 36 of 58. They've shot 58 foul shots. New Bremen has taken 80 already this season.
Yeah, winning that free throw line battle, sometimes the difference in a game. Here's Holscher up and under. Looked to be a travel. She throws it back over. We're going to have an over and back call this time. Turnover against Fort Loramie.
Now, to me, when you compare 58 to 80, that tells me that New Bremen is very aggressive with the basketball, taking the ball to the hole somehow and getting fouled.
Tankman gives up her dribble, kicks it over to Naylor. Behind the back, she drives in. It's poked away. Again, Loramie being very aggressive, very active. Here's a double team. Be another foul against Fort Loramie. It's going to go against number 33.
And you don't really want to foul out there that far away from the basket. Just mirror the basketball, don't reach.
And that's Macy Imwelly's second foul already here in this first quarter. She heads to the bench. And you can see the strategy for Fort Loramie. They're trying to pressure the ball. It's one area Bremen may struggle with, not maybe having a true point guard to can handle the ball.
And that takes the place of a full court press. Also, you try to speed them up on their half court offense.
Loose ball, a lot of aggressive play there by both teams, going to lead to a jump ball. Looked like there might have been some heads that collided there as the officials were, I think, asking a couple players.
The possession arrow says it should be New Bremen basketball.
And it will be, but I think the officials there are making sure Aaron Smith gets checked out as her head, I think, either hit the floor or hit another player. Very strict rules they follow now with concussion protocols, so looking for safety of our players. Put off with a nice drive off the mark, though. Rebounds pulled down by number 32, Hattie Meyer, and she's fouled in her efforts. Be the second team foul for New Bremen, also against number 33. Sorry, it's going to go against number 12, Hannah Tankman, her first. 7-5 here on the First National Bank scoreboard. The visiting Lady Redskins currently hold the lead, and what kind of started off pretty quick and effective offense, so we kind of gotten a little sloppy here. Redskins reverse it. Meyer drives, goes all the way with the left hand off the mark. Tipped and battled as Holscher, the freshman, almost looked like two Redskins were battling each other for the ball there, Holthouse and Holscher, but it's going to be called a jump ball. Possession to stay with the Redskins.
New Bremen stays in their man-to-man on the out-of-bounds play underneath. Ooh.
Holscher looked like she shuffled her feet. She's able to kick it out of bounds, or kick it out to Meyer off the mark. Holscher battles. This time she's going to get called. The Cardinal faithful have been looking for a traveling call a couple times on Holscher, and they get their first one, and Holscher's going to check out of the game.
Now Loramie's going to pick them up full court here.
So they're a little running and jumping here, trying to find somewhere to trap the ball. Bremen working around. Here's Homan with the ball fake. She drives. She's going to get the body checked foul. This time is going to go against number 42, Marissa Meyering. Be her first foul. Again, Meyering just a sophomore, though, averaging 11.5 points, 7.7 rebounds a game, so a very effective, active player. They're going to get another push this time. The aggressive play of the Redskins is catching up to them. It's going to be the fifth team foul, sixth team foul. So from here on out, the rest of this first half, the Lady Cardinals will be shooting free throws.
Meyering was off to a good start last year until she hurt her knee and missed the rest of the season, so they're expecting big things from her this year.
Hattie Meyer checks out. She's replaced by Kennedy Gephardt. Insert the post to Bergman. We try to go high-low to Homan. She makes a move, goes up strong, off the mark. Rebounds pulled down, and we're going to have another foul. It's been a lot of fouls here in the last few minutes of play. It's going to be the third foul against the Cardinals. First foul against number 14, Abby Tiemann. Again, 1 minute, just over a minute left to go here, 7-5, as we haven't had anyone score here in a couple minutes.
Right, nothing's really changed except Fort Loramie did press once and came out in a trap, but everything else has been the same the whole quarter.
I think we're going to get a foul number 5, Macy Putoff, trying to knock down the cutter coming across the baseline. Be her first. Loramie to inbound. Into Gephardt. Gephardt kicks it out to Ratterman. Ratterman over to Gephardt. We're going to have an illegal screen trying to set the flare up for Ratterman on the backside. Loramie going to pick up another foul.
So not much scoring here. Maybe first team that goes on a run will have a big advantage.
Unfortunately, the fouls are almost tied. It's 7-7 for Loramie and 5 points to 4 fouls for the Cardinals. So maybe the rules have changed since we've last seen anything. Here's a backdoor action here by New Bremen, executed perfectly. Putoff unable to finish. Rebound pulled down by the Redskins. They're going to push it up the floor.
Yeah, nice piece of offense there. Just ball fake and then back door. That was a nice set play by the Cardinals.
Gephardt with a strong drive. They're not able to hold on the ball as it bounces off of Homan's knee. Possession to stay with the Redskins. 20 seconds left to go. Holthouse drives. She's cut off by Homan. The ball was deflected there by Jones.
That's what I like to see, too, out of like New Bremen there. That they're stuck on 5. So let's run a set play and see if we can get an easy layup to break the ice a little bit.
And they executed it very well. Just unfortunate finishing the play off, the part that matters the most. Gephardt drives, kicks it over to Holscher for a jumper. Off the mark. Rebound's pulled down. Ball's thrown up at the buzzer off the mark as Ratterman tried to beat the buzzer, but what started off pretty quick, scoring slowed down. We're going to finish the first quarter here. The Lady Redskins clinging to a 7-5 lead. We'll be back with more second quarter action here on NKTelco Sports.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
We're back here where the New Bremen Cardinals are getting ready to inbound the ball, trailing by 2 points, 7-5. And Ron just again started off as a pretty strong first quarter and became very aggressive and offensive struggle.
Yeah, the defense, I think, has a lot to do with that on both ends of the floor. Good man-to-man defense.
And we see that defense continues for Fort Loramie as the ball's dropped into Homan and not able to hold on to the ball, causing another turnover. But to Bremen's credit, too, they played a very, very strong half-court man-to-man offense as well.
Yes.
Ball kicked back to the top. Gephardt, who knocked down her first 3 of the game, missed her last 2. Rebound pulled down by the Cardinals. Jones makes a move, drives in, a nice move, and she finishes with a nice layup.
And New Bremen, you know, we talked about how many threes they shoot. They only shot 1 there in the first quarter.
Off the mark by Gephardt again, pulled down by Homan. And one thing you'll see with Bremen, it doesn't matter who pulls the ball down. It's get it and go.
Yep. They like to push the ball up the floor.
Naylor with a deep 3. Jones battles Holscher. She's able to come down with it. Back out to Naylor. Reverse to put off, wide open. Off the mark again. This time pulled down by number 40, senior Abby Holthouse. Ratterman controls the ball, reverses it back to Gephardt. Good defense that time, battled away by Molly Smith, leading to the fast break here by Macy Putoff. She goes up strong, rolls in and out. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Smith. Ball back to Fort Loramie. Action picking up a little bit, Ron.
Yep, up and down the floor. Now they're not working the ball as much as they did in the first quarter. They're taking the first good look they can. New Bremen has shot 2 threes here in the second quarter compared to 1 in the first quarter. Fort Loramie has taken 4 threes and made 1.
Double team forces the turnover. Here's a breakaway option for Naylor, and she lays it in. Bremen with their first lead of the game, 9-7. But here come the Redskins pushing the ball right back up the floor. Holscher double teamed in the corner. Last time this led to a turnover. An aggressive play by Naylor this time is going to lead to a foul.
And that's what both teams like to do off their defense, is to turn those into layups on the other end of the floor. And that time New Bremen was successful in doing that.
It was a perfect, and they had the chance again there that you get that double team and you want to leave that person open just enough at the top so you think they're open, and that rotation comes and steals it away.
Yep.
Inbounded to Holscher, and she goes up a left hand. Nice little kind of baby hook move.
A lot of teams call that the thumbs down play or thumbs up, one of the two. where they allow the ball to go to the wing and then they try to intercept the reverse pass.
Here we got looks like a 1-2-2, 3-2 zone coming into play this time by Fort Loramie, changing their approach. Taken by Tankman off the mark. Holscher taking on 3-on-1. Probably not the smartest decision as she's corralled and surrounded by New Bremen Cardinals, and they force a jump ball.
Yeah, 3 Cardinals surrounded her that time. She got into no man's land down there in the lane. Got to make a decision before you get there.
And Holscher, nice player, just a freshman, one of those maybe we'll see in a couple years she might not take that on, trying to go into 3 or 4 players. Meyer handles the ball, uses the pick by Holthouse, gets all the way around, but Jones rotates over and picks up the block. And again, here come the Cardinals trying to turn that defense into offense. Jones spots up for a 3, and the bank is open. Jones knocks in her first 3, and now the leading scorer in the game with 8 points.
Yeah, I don't think she planned it that way, but she'll take it.
And again, see the tides turning a little bit in the favor of New Bremen. The aggressive play, though, is going to be lead to another foul. Tankman's going to pick up her second.
And you never know. Once in a while, a shot like that, even though it wasn't planned that way, it goes in, and that just kind of opens up the gate then for the rest of them, and it puts them on maybe a little run.
Yeah, you're right. You never know how the mental side of the game is affected, and your confidence can boost from something like that happening. Here's a drive. It's sent this time by number 10, Heather Eilerman. She loses the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, on the other end, if you're Fort Loramie and you see that go in, you think, what's going on here? We give good defense and they bank it in.
Yeah, sports are a finicky thing. Sometimes you have no control over what's going to happen. And
looks like a 3-2 zone here by Loramie.
Ball into the corner, reverse back to Jones. Back to Naylor, she squares up. Molly Smith posting up inside. Swing the ball around, back to Tiemann, back to Jones. Bremen mostly not really trying to penetrate at all. Here's a skip pass across. Naylor's going to pull up for the jumper. Off the mark. Jones with another rebound. She's going to turn around and square up for a 3 from the same spot. Didn't use the backboard this time.
Nope.
Molly Smith battling for that offensive rebound is going to pick up another foul for the Cardinals, and that's going to send number 12, Kennedy Gephardt, to the foul line for the Lady Redskins.
That time, Loramie, they started out in a 3-2 zone, and then as the ball got reversed, it looked more like a 2-3 zone.
Gephardt with the 1-and-1. She's good, a 90% free throw shooter on the season. I'm sure if you're Coach Siegel, this is a player you want standing at the free throw line.
So far, New Bremen has just stuck with man-to-man. Once in a while, you'll see them go to a 1-3-1 zone just as a change-up.
Gephardt picks up the second free throw. Now she's got 5 points, leading the way for Cardinals. We're going to get a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout taken here by the Lady Cardinals, and we'll stay right here. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the game tonight who helped bring you the high school action that we're showing you tonight. Sponsors are Sweeterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, Cy Sweeterman, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens. And our scoreboard sponsor, as always, First National Bank, think first. And Ron and I also have the privilege tonight, sponsored by NKTelco, of honoring the player of the game for both of these teams, and the recipient will be receiving an NKTelco t-shirt. Back to action here, inbound into Naylor. It's tipped away. Here's a breakaway opportunity off the mark.
There's that Loramie defense, getting in the passing lane, turned it into a layup.
Rassman with a good steal off the mark, but it's cleaned up by a teammate and put back in. Number 22, Kinsey Holscher, was able to follow it up to score her second basket, now with 4 points in the game. Bremen to inbound from underneath. Oh, Holman's wide open as she came across, and one of the oldest, easiest baseline out of bounds plays you'll see executed by the Cardinals.
They're too young, I guess. We see that all the time.
Good defense by Naylor, cutting off the backdoor cut by Gephardt. Again, Bremen playing man-to-man. Gephardt drives baseline. Up, no good, but it's rebounded. 2 big plays there.
2 offensive rebounds put back up and in for 4 points.
Yeah, 42, Marissa Meyering. Leading scorer for the Redskins, now with 4. Bergman posted up strong, tries to make the move with the left hand off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by the Redskins, but Paige Jones hustle forces another, I think it's going to be a foul. It's going to be number 22, Kinsey Holscher, picking up her first foul of the game.
So Jones will go to the foul line, where she's 12 of 20 so far this year. She's got 8 points on the game so far, and she averages 11.
Yeah, good start here for Paige Jones. Cardinals facing a 1-point deficit right now. Jones with the first. It's up and good. It's good to see that the teams have gotten their offensive flow in, and we're not competing now with, will their fouls be higher than the point totals?
Yeah, I think we've passed that.
Jones with the second one. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Homan. Kicked out to Jones. Reversed to Naylor. Good recovery by the Redskins, getting back into their defense. Naylor drives. Jones cuts. She's open underneath. Kind of an off-balance shot. Goes in and out. Rebound pulled down by number 32, Hattie Meyer. She's off to the races. Gives it to Holscher. Kicked out to Gephardt. Spotted up for a 3. Tipped around, batted around. It's going to be trying to be saved by Bergman as she tried to throw it off an opposing player. It bounces off of her teammate Homan. It's going to stay with the Lady Redskins. Inbound to Meyer. Back to Gephardt. And if the last out-of-bounds play was the number 1 play, that was the second most popular baseline out-of-bounds play. Meyer with the jump shot. Off the mark. Bergman pulls the rebound down. I think we're going to get a foul against the Redskins. It's going to be against number 22. Kinsey Holscher picking up her second. And Kayla Bergman going to be rewarded with her effort on the defensive end, going to the free throw line for an opportunity for 1-and-1.
So that time Loramie gets 1 shot. New Bremen gave up 2 field goals on offensive rebounds so far this quarter.
Holscher checks out. She's replaced by 42, Marissa Meyering. Bergman with the front end of the 1-and-1. Up and good. Bremen's, I think, converted on their 1-and-1s on the first shot. They've not been able to knock both of them down.
Right. They're having trouble with the second one.
Bergman with attempt number 2. Up and good.
I knew we could change that.
There we go. So usually it's the announcer's curse, right?
Mm-hmm. We just reversed it.
There we go. Meyer gets the offense set for the Redskins. Just over 2 minutes left to go here. The Cardinals leading 17-15. Reverse back to Meyer. Back to the top to Gephardt. Alyssa Raspin. Back up to Meyering. Holthouse to Raspin. Ooh, almost taken by Naylor. Gephardt drives, tries to drop it in. As New Bremen was hustling to rotate, we're going to get a foul called number 44, Kayla Bergman. It's going to be another 1-and-1 opportunity this time for the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins.
As so often happens, if you go for the steal and you miss, it seems like the offense, there's something good going to happen for them right after that.
Yeah, if you whiff, you kind of put yourself out of position.
Yep.
Give the defense or the offense an advantage. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. It's pulled down by Homan, pushed up to Jones. Reverse back to Putoff, who has a nice drive. She puts it up and it floats it in.
Little runner.
And here's going to be another turnover stolen by Jones. She's going to push it up, kicks it to Tiemann, who drives baseline. Cut off, finds Homan flashing through. She's going to get a layup. We're going to get a timeout taken here by Coach Siegel. A 30-second, as I'm sure she's not happy with the play she's seen on the defensive end in the last few possessions.
And that was Paige Jones. We talked about it before. 3.4 steals a game. I think she probably has 3 already this half. You just can't throw the ball over the top of her. She's going to pick off the pass.
Kind of works both ways for the Cardinals. Kind of an Achilles heel might be. They don't have a true point guard, but they also have, like you said, if they get a rebound or get a turnover, they're not looking to outlet. It's whoever has it is going, trying to push the ball up the floor.
And we're seeing New Bremen, I don't know, we had them earlier in the year, and it seemed like it was just one pass and up. And tonight they're doing a pretty good job working the ball around, a lot more patient than they were early in the year.
Now we're going to reset here. Cardinals leading 21-15. We got a minute 25 left to go here in the first half. Coach Siegel getting her players, I'm sure, settled. I always like to see these veteran coaches that come out of a timeout. Here's Coach Burden switching to his zone.
Comes out in his 1-3-1 zone. He'll stay in it for a possession or two, see how it goes, and then make a decision from there.
As I was going to say, those veteran coaches, a lot of times they'll come out of that timeout. We need a score. They're going to go to a play that knows going to get something.
Right.
Coach Burden with a very, very good.
Yeah, he counteracts it with his zone. Yeah, you're going to come out of your timeout with a set play probably, and you're the one that called timeout if you're Coach Siegel, and she's talking probably about the offensive end, and so they come out and they see a zone.
Foul against the Cardinals. The 1-and-1's miss, but offensive rebounds pulled down by 42 Meyering, and we're going to stay in this 1-3-1. Meyer.
They put Jones out on top of that, so they have to throw over the top of her.
Yeah, 6'1", long arm span, can jump. Here's going to be a 3 from the corner, and if anything's going to knock you out of a zone quick, it's going to be a hot three-point shooting.
And that's where the shots are going to come from a 1-3-1 zone, and that's from the corners.
Taylor Radiman, number 23, a sophomore. Again, Gephardt and Radiman are probably the top 2 shooters when it comes to threes for Fort Loramie. They each have 1 tonight. Turnover here by the Cardinals, and Redskins are going to have a chance here to get the last shot. Gephardt back to Meyer, down to Holthouse, but Meyer is going to inadvertently travel.
She hesitated and shuffled the feet.
It's going to give the last shot opportunity back to the Cardinals with just 10 seconds. Putoff's going to push it over to Jones. Going to have a flare screen on the backside for Jones. She's going to have to make a play happen. Step back 3 is up. Rolls around. It's no good. Exciting second quarter of action there as the Cardinals battle back, take the 21-18 lead. We'll be back with halftime stats after these messages on NKTelco Sports.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 7 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier Sofa and Sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Welcome back where the New Bremen Lady Cardinals currently hold a 21-18 lead after the first half of action. With our halftime stats is Ron Cruzen.
For the Fort Loramie Redskins, they were 7 of 22 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from the foul line. They had 21 rebounds and 9 turnovers. For the Cardinals, 8 of 24 from the field, 1 of 7 from the three-point line, foul line, 4 of 7, 15 rebounds and 5 turnovers. So a couple of things that really stand out there. 21 rebounds for Fort Loramie and only 15 for the Cardinals. And, you also have the turnovers, 9 for Fort Loramie, and they come into the game averaging 15. And for New Bremen, they end up with only 5 turnovers the first half, and they average 11 a game. So both teams are right on spot there, probably turnover-wise. And the other thing is the three-point shooting. Fort Loramie had shot the ball from the three-point line 6 times, made 2, and from the three-point line for New Bremen, they put up 7 and only made 1. So, but I think the thing that stands out from the first half is the defense played by both teams has been really good.
Yeah, very strong man-to-man defense. We saw a couple fluctuations, each coach taking their chance. Loramie in a 3-2, Bremen in a 1-3-1, but for the most part, it's been man-to-man defense and good man-to-man defense here. Same starters here to start the second half as the game, and Bremen starts with the ball. Loramie jumping right into run and jump action here, trying to force a turnover. It's skipped by Jones over to Naylor. Back to Putoff, finds Homan inside. She goes up and lays it in.
So New Bremen not settling for an outside shot right away. They want to work the ball in, get the ball inside, and see what happens, and then come away with a bucket.
Gephardt to Ratterman to Meyer. As you can see, Loramie trying to push the tempo here. We're trying to force the pressure with the run and jump, and even on the made basket, trying to push the ball up the floor fast, but Bremen did a good job getting back. Loramie having to settle into their half-court offense. See a lot of inside screens with Fort Loramie, trying to free up someone on the baseline or flashing high to the elbow. Meyer drives, kicks it over to Gephardt. She's defended by Homan. Over to Ratterman. She's going to drive, put up with her left hand. She's off the mark, gets her offensive rebound. So we're going to get a foul called this time. Ratterman, one of the smaller players on the floor, able to pull down her own offensive rebound, causing Macy Putoff to pick up her second foul here. Meyer dribbles, tries to find Holthouse. Back to Gephardt at top, off the mark. Another offensive rebound, this time by Myring. She puts it up no good. Myring gets another offensive rebound. She gets fouled, putting that one back up. She's going to go to the line for 2.
And that's one thing New Bremen wants to improve upon is the giving up offensive rebounds to the Redskins.
Myring steps to the line, knocks down the first one. You got to reward yourself when you put in that hard effort on the defense. You got to box someone out and pull that ball down.
You take away the offensive putback that the Redskins have had, and New Bremen probably has a 10-point lead.
Myring misses the second, pulled down by Putoff. She pushes it up the floor, loses her dribble, back to Jones. Over to Molly Smith, who had checked in, over to Naylor. Skip it over to Jones, who's open for a 3. Little strong, rebound by Meyer, and she's going to push it. Up to Gephardt. No one on Gephardt. Over to Ratterman. Bremen doing a good job defending the post. Loramie likes to try to feed Abby Holthouse underneath. Bremen doing a good job of defending her and Meyer. And here's a ball inside, as I just said that. It's kind of a skip pass over to Holthouse, but it's blocked by Jones. She tries to throw it off the leg. We're going to get a bump foul. I thought there was going to be a foul called on Naylor. They're going to say Ratterman dribbled out of bounds.
Evidently.
Ball is to Bremen. Putoff pushes it up the floor. Hands off to Naylor. Drives back to Putoff. Little dribble exchange of position. Dribbles, dumps it into Paige Jones, and she's going to be bumped. Again, Jones, a good athlete, able to get up off the floor. Gets fouled in the lower body there. She's going to go to the free throw line again.
She's so valuable because she can play anywhere on the floor. She can bring the ball up the floor. She can play the point guard. She can play the 5.
Jones knocks down the first one. I think this has happened for, I think she's 3 for 5 now from the free throw line. I think she's always knocked the first one down, missed the second one. We'll see if we can change that again. It worked for Fort Loramie the first time.
Yeah, the reverse curse is on right now. Nope.
We reversed the reverse curse. Oh, and we got a injured player here. Coleman might have got elbowed on the rebound action. She's going to head to the locker room to get checked out. Abby Tieman's going to check in to replace her. Also checking in for Fort Loramie, number 22, Kinsey Holscher.
Now, the first couple possessions by Loramie tells you that they probably want to make a concerted effort to get the ball inside. They don't want to take the threes. They're not. That's not their ball game, really. Their ball game is getting drives to the bucket and post play. They're checking to see if there's blood on the floor. I think Coleman's nose was bleeding. They've checked it and haven't found anything, so we're ready to go.
They didn't seem to find anything. We're going to get back to action here. Number 33, Macy Imwali, also checked in for Fort Loramie. Ratterman handles the ball. Over to Imwali, trying to find the post. She's going to drive baseline, nowhere to go. Cutoffs. Kicked over to Gephardt for a long 2. She knocks it down. Kennedy Gephardt now 7 points. Put off with a nice drive, another floater off the mark. Battles for her own rebound, surrounded by several Loramie players. Kicks it out to Tiemann off the mark. Pulled down by Imwali. Gets it to Ratterman. Again, Bremen man-to-man. That's where we've seen him most of the game. Only time we saw him in their 1-3-1 was out of a timeout. Little gamesmanship by the coaches there. Loramie working the ball around. Gets inside to Holscher. She shoots. It's the second time tonight she's found the back section of the rim and just kind of killed it, and the ball rolls in.
Nice touch on the basketball. You don't do that if you don't have good touch. You need good rotation for the ball to bounce straight up like that.
Holscher now with 6 points of the game, and she almost forces a turnover. Jones for a 3. And once again, the bank is open.
So they've made 2 threes, and both of them have been bank shots by Jones.
Jones extends the lead there, her second 3 of the game now, 27-23, Cardinals leading halfway through the third quarter. Put off guards Imwali, reversed over to Gephardt. We saw kind of a fast tempo game. The offense kind of slowed down here the last couple minutes.
And they've been unable to get the turnover to create the fast breaks.
Imwali for a 3 at the top. She knocks it down. Bremen did a good job of covering the post, and on the rotation, able to find Imwali for the wide open 3.
Now, if they can hit a couple of those, that'll open things up on the inside for them, and that would be right down their alley.
Yeah, 27-26 here, the drive by Putoff. She's fouled this time. See, Putoff likes to get some space and have the little runner there. You don't see that shot a whole lot anymore, but this time she picks up the foul. She's going to go to the foul line.
Yeah, kind of a floating runner, if you would. Doesn't go straight up, kind of floats through the air.
Putoff lines up, knocks the first one down. Hannah Tinkman's going to check in, give in number 32, Kelly Naylor a breather. Putoff with the second. Off the mark, rebounded by Holscher, and she's going to push it. Pushes it up to Imwali. Imwali just knocked the 3. She's going to pull up again off the mark. Rebound by Jones. Probably not the shot you're looking for.
That was a pretty quick shot there for the Redskins.
Jones handles the ball. Good defense by Gephardt. Forces Jones to pick it up. Putoff's going to drive again. Floats it up. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Holthouse. Trying to find a guard. She's going to actually just bring it up herself. Coach Siegel calling out a play. Holster gets him in their set.
So they got it down to 2 points.
We're going to have a timeout taken. It's going to be a 30. It's going to give us a chance to thank our sponsors again for tonight's game. I want to thank 21st Century Kitchens, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Schmiederman, American Trim, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Dental Care, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply Company, NKT Productions, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Wilson Health, Francis Furniture, Carriage Works, Moran's Refrigeration, Grand Lake Health, Lamb's Insurance Agency, West Staff, Keyhole Pizza, and Sweeterman Pharmacies. And again, First National Bank, thank you again for being our scoreboard sponsor. And Ron and I have the privilege and tough decision right now probably to make of player of the game from each team, and they'll be receiving a shirt from NKTelco.
Yeah, right now I would say that decision's up in the air. We're going to see another quarter and a half yet.
And we'll see out of the timeout again, Coach Birding switches to his 1-3-1. Ratterman drives, kicks it back to Gephardt. Nice inside pass to Holster. She loses the ball. It's going to be a jump ball.
That's just another good piece of coaching by Coach Burden. He saw, Fort Loramie called the timeout, and it was definitely due to their people not being in the right spots on the offensive end for the Redskins. He saw that and comes out in a zone.
Just heard him yell match up, so I think they're back to man-to-man. It's kicked out, handled by Gephardt. Reverse to Ratterman. A lot of sophomores, Gephardt, Ratterman, Meyerings, all three sophomores seeing lots of play. And good hustle by Putoff, and Coach Burden's going to take a 30-second timeout. So again, the defense has been on lockdown here for the Cardinals the last few possessions.
Yeah, they've denied the ball inside very well, and I thought there for a minute before Loramie hit that three, maybe they would shoot a couple more and maybe open things up, but that just didn't come into play. And they were very patient with the basketball now, and they want to get the ball inside, and New Bremen's denying it inside, so it's kind of a battle both ways there. You want to do your best on offense, and that's getting it inside, and Bremen wants to take that away from them, and so far they've been doing a good job of that.
We'll see. Bremen's been coming out of timeouts on defense. This time they get to come out of a timeout on offense and see what they can draw up. Again, NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls basketball on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the action on Wednesday, December 20th at 6. And the second replay is Sunday, December 21st at 8 o'clock. And you can catch all our games on demand at nktelco.net.
So Loramie's trying to trap again, and that's just hard to trap Paige Jones. At 6'1", she can throw over the top of you, and that takes your trapping defense away.
Able to force Naylor baseline, though. Good rotation by the Loramie Redskins, and they do force that turnover. Here's Gephardt going to be spotting up for a three off the mark. Meyering almost able to pull the rebound down, but out of her hands, out of bounds. And we're going to see some full court pressure. And you want Hattie Meyer on the floor when you got that pressure coming. She's a hound when it comes to guarding the ball. So switching to this full court, see her checking back into the game. Also number 43, Alyssa Rassman, checking in as well. Jones skips it deep to Molly Smith. Easy way to beat the press, throw it deep. Taylor's going to drive in, shoot it herself this time, and she's out of control, but bailed out with a foul there. Foul's going to be on 32, Hattie Meyer. Her second, and Naylor's going to step to the line, shooting two.
Yeah, it looked like a 1-2-2 press, and I think somebody might have been out of position there for the ball to go that deep.
A good recognition by Jones to just throw it over top the pressure that time. Putoff and Bergman check back in as Jones and Molly Smith are going to take a break. Naylor with a second attempt is good. And here comes some full court pressure, 1-2-1-1 by the Cardinals. Meyer dribbles, kicks it over to Holthouse, back over to Meyer, trying to find the middle. Here's Ratterman, she pushes it. Cardinals do a good job getting back, but we're going to get a body check this time. Foul call number 14, Abby Tiemann.
Nice job of breaking the press by the Redskins. Nice diagonal pass, and that's what you want to do against zone presses.
Inbound to Ratterman. Cardinals back in their man-to-man defense. Home team leading 30-26. Minute and a half left to go in quarter number 3. Ball skipped over. Off the mark by Ratterman, but again, another offensive rebound. Holthouse going to step back, shoot the 18-foot baseline jumper off the mark. We're going to get a tie-up. As Meyering and put-off battle, and it's going to stay in possession of the Lady Redskins as Gephardt and Kinsey Holscher check back in. That's one thing you can point to right now. It's the offensive rebounding by Loramie really keeping them in this game.
Right, if it wouldn't be for that, probably be a 10-point or more game in favor of the Cardinals.
You got to give Bremen credit. They've forced, I would say, forced Loramie out of their game in terms of, you know, Loramie shooting a lot more three-pointers than they typically would in a game.
Right.
Pulled out by Holscher, guarded by Tiemann. Inserts high post to Holthouse, reverses back over to Meyering at the other elbow off the mark, but another offensive rebound as Gephardt comes flying in. Another timeout. Even the fans are giving coaching advice on boxing out here.
And even when they don't take a three, it's usually, you know, a 15, 16-footer. They're not getting anything inside on the block.
Now Bremen doing a good job of filling that paint. Pass into Bergman. Naylor flashes. They missed her. Bremen getting to a flex offense here. Naylor's going to have a three. She steps back. She's going to get an offensive push.
Yeah, you could see she extended her left arm there off the dribble. And once you do that, you're making the call easy for the referee.
(30-26), 34.8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Big possession here for the Redskins. Can they get it down to one possession? There comes a three at the top. A good fight through that time by number 12, Hannah Tankman, as she blocks the shot. But the ball stays in possession of the Redskins. Second opportunity, no good. Bremen's going to push it. 15 seconds left to go. Tankman back to put off inside to Bergman. Deflected by Meyer, and we got a fast break opportunity as Gephardt goes, puts it up with her left hand, no good. Tankman picks it up, and she's going to be fouled. Probably some of the fastest play we've seen up and down a couple possessions there, back to back.
Loramie missed a good opportunity there. They get a steal, they get a layup, can't convert it.
It's 4.5 seconds left to go here. Tiemann to inbound. She gets to put off, she's going to push it up, and she traveled.
And the clock was a little slow in stopping there. Extra second went off the clock that I saw.
I think the official's going to reset, add a little more time in. That's about the last thing you want to see happen is, even if you don't get a shot up there because it's a long shot, you don't want to put the ball back into the hands of the opponent.
Right,
in this case, Fort Loramie with a chance to get a shot up here.
Good piece of officiating there.
It's thrown deep, it's tipped, good defense. Holscher's unable to handle it. That's going to end the third quarter as the Cardinals are clinging to the lead, 30-26. We'll be back with an exciting fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We're back where the Lady Cardinals hold a 30-26 lead against the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins. You can see in that timeout, Coach Siegel really coaching her team up there, trying to inspire them here to kind of regroup as they've struggled. They jumped out to the lead in the first quarter, 7-5, and since then it's been New Bremen's ball game, even though it's close, but Bremen's kind of just held the lead the rest of the way.
Yeah, either they got to execute better trying to get the ball inside, or somebody's going to have to get hot from the outside.
Stolen away by Naylor. She does a good job using her body to shield off the defender Gephardt. She lays it in.
Nice job there by Naylor in the passing lane and turns it into 2 points.
Naylor deflects it again, almost another turnover. Meyer brings it to the top, reverses it over to Meyering. Just cannot find a way to get the ball inside tonight. There's going to be a deep 2-point attempt by Holthouse off the mark, pulled down by Naylor. She's going to push it. She does a jump stop, pulls up from 14 feet. Looked like she wanted to pass, but threw it up anyway, and it goes in, and we're going to get an unforced turnover. Great start in the fourth quarter here by the home team.
Very uncharacteristic by the Redskins. Usually they're the ones that are turning the turnovers into points. And right now they're just out of kilter a little bit and turning the ball over.
It's been the hustle so far of Kelly Naylor with the steal, the lay-in. Had the defensive rebound, she pushed up and pulled up for the jumper, able to knock it down. See if Bremen can keep going. Try to find Bergwin this time, but Jones's pass is short. Stolen by Holthouse, so she's going to bring it up the floor.
Had the right idea there, a little pick and roll.
Over to Holscher, she kicks it deep, another long two. Off the mark, rebound pulled down by Tiemann. Now she has a fast break. Player coming behind, puts up with the left, but she's going to be fouled, I think from behind this time, by number 3, Macy Imwali.
So they're doing a good job of recognizing when they have something on the break and when to pull it out. They've done a good job at that all night long.
Correct the foul there. Actually is going to go against number 10, Heather Eilerman. Tiemann step into the line for an opportunity for her first points of the evening. First one's good. Cardinals been doing, again, both teams playing aggressive, but Cardinals doing a good job getting to the free throw line. Tiemann with the second opportunity. Also rolls it in. Cardinals are going to retreat back into man-to-man defense. And if you're Coach Burden, the exact start you want. And we're going to have a full timeout taken by Coach Siegel. We'll take a break too. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action right here on NKTelco Sports.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
We're back where the Cardinals have jumped out here to a very impressive start in the fourth quarter, extending their lead of 4 up to 10 already here in just a minute, a little over a minute of play.
Loramie's got 2 turnovers there in the fourth quarter that has turned into points for the Cardinals. So far, they've got 12 turnovers in the game compared to 7 for the Cardinals. And we talked about foul shooting, how the Cardinals come into the game. They've shot 80 foul shots so far this year compared to 58 for Loramie, and that kind of transfers into the game. Loramie's shot 6 foul shots so far, and New Bremen has shot 15.
Holthouse inbounds into Ratterman. We see the 1-3-1 again out of the timeout. Imwali's going to step back for a 3. She's knocked one down. She's long on this one. Pulled down by Eilerman. Back out to Ratterman. She drives, dishes it off to Holscher, and that's one of the first buckets we've had off of their offense inside it for a long time for the Redskins.
And that comes off an offensive rebound.
A good penetration there by Ratterman, finding Holscher for the easy lay-in. You can see it looks like we're in a And we're going to get an unforced turnover. Naylor's going to get called for a travel. It's sounding like from the orders from Coach Siegel, it looks like the pressure is getting ready to come. It's going to be a first pass trap or what they're going to go into, but definitely expect Loramie to be picking up the pace.
Yeah, if they want to cut into this lead, it looks like it's going to have to come from the defensive end.
Turnover gives the ball back to Fort Loramie as Ratterman's going to handle the ball. Again, like you said, trying to get around Jones at the top. Long athlete playing the top of that 131 makes it challenging.
They're doing a good job bounce passing it around her instead of trying to lob it over.
There it is.
I just said, you just can't lob it over her head. That's why she has 3.4 steals a game.
And I wouldn't even call that one a lob. That was almost a direct throw into her hands there. Jones was able to react and getting good effort there. It's going to get the ball back to the Cardinals. We're going to see some full court pressure applied.
There, instead of maybe reversing the ball, maybe get it into the high post and then hit the corner, low baseline corner, and that's where your shots are going to come from.
Good defense by Kennedy Gephardt. She deflects the ball out of bounds. Bremen will inbound again from the side. Naylor comes off the screen. No other Cardinals are moving. Good flash by Tankman. She's trapped, and she tries to throw over top. Put off, grab the ball, and before a jump could be had, it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Burden. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a break, too. We'll be back. More fourth quarter action here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
We're back. Coach Chris Burton calls timeout just to maintain possession for the Cardinals. You can see what they can draw up for the out-of-bounds play. Jones tries to flash in, defended well by Holscher. Tankman drives in, kicks out to Naylor. Jones will reset. Again, Bremen holding an 8-point lead here. Over to Naylor.
They run a set play out of that timeout.
They got it.
Yep, there it is.
Very good.
Back door.
Excellent effort. I was just getting ready to say they really had it spread out and able to flash a player through, creating a isolation for Jones. It does a great job on that back door, and this time it worked as they finished the layup. We get a foul as Naylor tried to take the charge. Going to pick up the foul instead. Just 5 team fouls, where we were really quick to the bonus in the first half. Both teams still under. Bremen with 5 fouls. Fort Loramie with 6. Abby Tiemann checks in for Naylor. Inbounded up to Abby Holthouse. She's going to drive. Tries to kick it out. It's defended by Tiemann. It's going to be a battle between Tiemann and Gephardt. It's going to force a jump ball, and that's going to give possession to the Lady Cardinals. Love to see that as a coach, a player check in and make an immediate impact on defense.
Yeah, it kind of gets everybody else excited too, to see somebody come in and help you out a little bit.
Put off with a drive. We've seen it many times and unable to finish, but this time got a little closer to the rim. Picks up the foul. She's going to step to the line.
It almost looks like she goes off the wrong, I shouldn't say the wrong foot, but she goes off her right foot instead of her left foot there, and it looks a little awkward.
Put off lines it up. Nothing but net on the first opportunity. Put off now with 4 points. Lead up to 11. Put off a little strong. Smith battles the next, and it's blocked and just pulled down by Myring. Myring trying to find someone, kicks it to the corner for a 3 off the mark by Ratterman. Another rebound taken by Holscher. She's going to drive, dumps it in. Dumps it into Myring, who makes a nice ball fake up and under move, is able to lay it in.
And it continues. They get their scoring off of offensive rebounds.
At that time it was Holscher keeping the play alive. Here's Tankman driving. Going to kick it out. Tiemann drives baseline into Jones. Had Holscher, also a tall player, and a good help defense by Holthouse, forces a turnover. Fort Loramie's running. Ratterman's going to drive, kicks it to Holthouse for the baseline jumper, knocks it down. Defense into offense.
They got it down to 7.
2 possessions in a row. Loramie is able to score. Let's see if New Bremen can answer. Smith over to Tankman. Back over to Putoff. Jones trying to post.
They're looking for the lob, but the Redskins are getting good weak side help.
Bremen working the ball. Here's a drive by Tankman. She goes in, throws it up. She's going to off the back iron, but also fouled. And again, that aggressive play for the Cardinals is going to put them to the line once again.
They come in shooting 68% from the line as a team.
Tankman, a junior, averaging 5 points. That first free throw is just her first point. You can see her drive through on the replay as Holthouse reaches in. Holscher comes over also.
Now she comes in the game, hadn't shot a free throw all year.
Knocks them both down here, extends that Cardinal lead back to 9 as Naylor checks in for Putoff. 3:37 left to go. Ratterman brings the ball up the floor, reverses to Holscher. So trying to get Gephardt set for a 3. She's short. We got an offensive rebound by Naylor. We saw this before as she tried to use her body to shield off Gephardt. Tankman's going to pull up quick. No good. Jones pulls down the rebound, and Coach Burden pull it out.
A little patient, get a good shot.
And a 9-point lead, it's not where you're going to pull it out and try to kill all the clock, but you want to work it, try to get a good shot. Break there for the Cardinals. Jones is going to take it baseline, skips it around to Tankman. Back to Naylor. She's able to save it, throws it back. It's turned over, though, tipped by Jones. It's ball flying everywhere. Ball on the floor, rolled back to Jones. And Coach Burden's going to call a timeout just to stop the melee that was taking place on the floor.
We're going to settle this thing down a little bit.
That's going to be a full timeout. We'll take the break with them. We'll be back. 2:49 left to go. The Cardinals with a 9-point lead. We'll be back after these messages.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
And we're back here as New Bremen's going to inbound the ball after the crazy series of events that took place right before that. Again, Coach Burden calling timeout just to maintain possession of the ball. Naylor brings it up, pressured by Ratterman.
Loramie has extended the man-to-man out.
Smith trying to get it to Jones, but not able to handle it. It's turned over. Pushed up by Myring. Myron's going to drive in, kick it out to Ratterman. Again, Redskins trailing by 9. Ratterman drives, takes it all the way and steps through. She's going to be fouled. Not able to convert on the opportunity, but she will step to the line for 2.
Nice job there by Ratterman. Aggressive with the basketball. Saw an opening and took it. Drew the foul.
Big opportunity here for Ratterman to score with the clock stopped. Up with the first, it's good. Again, Ratterman, one of the 3 sophomore starters. Also have Kinsey Holscher, just a freshman. So again, a lot of young players here for Coach Siegel. Ratterman stepped up very well tonight, knocks down this free throw. She now has 5 points. Here's the run and jump. It's deflected. You know, Ron, you talked about that, trying to go over the top isn't the safest way to do on this pressure.
That's what the defense wants you to do, is throw it over the top, and that puts more time that the other defender can pick that pass off. If it's a bounce pass, it's less time for the defender to get there.
It looked like it was a foul going to be called, but instead it's a turnover on the Cardinals. 7-point lead right now. See if Redskins can cut into it. Another drive by Ratterman. She throws the runner up, banks it in.
And that's the 5th turnover here in the 4th quarter for the Cardinals.
Ratterman stepping up big here for 4 points on consecutive possessions.
Here comes
ball,
the trap.
Ball in the corner, not where you want to go. Tiemann passes it. Say it's deflected and touched by the Redskins, but again, you're going to try to avoid those corners so you're not bringing those out of bounds lines in as extra defenders. Here's Naylor losing the ball. As Ratterman goes for the steal, gets a little too much body with the shoulder. It's going to send number 32, Kelly Naylor, to the free throw line. Junior averaging 8 points, sitting right on that number right now. Naylor with the first. It's good. Still 1-1, but the rest of the way will be 2 free throws for the Cardinals.
She come into the game 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
Knocks that one down too. Gets her into double digits with 10. Ooh, a kick by Tankman there, and it's fielded by Coach Burden. I didn't see a fair catch call though.
I didn't see it go through the goalpost, but it was high enough.
Loramie to inbound. Good trailing by 9, try to throw it deep to Holscher. Nice pass to the backside. It's blocked though by Jones. Putoff trapped, tries to step through. Good, strong move by Putoff, taking the ball right through the trap, and she's going to pick up the foul. It's going to be the team's 10th foul on Loramie. It's going to give Putoff 2 shots.
A nice recovery defense there by Jones. We had a good angle on that, and that was a nice pass made inside, but Jones rejected it.
We've seen Loramie struggle to score inside, and a few of the times they have had it inside, it's been blocks for Jones. Putoff steps up. Bremen's handling the pressure right now, stepping to the free throw line, able to knock down their free throws.
Yeah, 8 of 9 here in the 4th quarter.
And holding an 8-point lead, so right now those free throws are making the difference. Off the mark, Meyering pulls it down. She's going to push it over to Ratterman. Ratterman to Gephardt. She's looking to drive and kick. It was deflected and then kicked by Naylor. Coach Burden cheering on the effort here, as it's been the Bremen defense that's been all over. It's full timeout. We'll stay here though. Again, thank our sponsors. Help bring us high school girls basketball action here tonight. Sweeterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, Cy Sweeterman, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens. And as always, our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. See Ron, Coach Siegel taking a timeout here. Team down by 8 with 1:11 to go. What's the plan with this situation?
She's got to be thinking that maybe New Bremen's might come out in that 1-3-1 zone, because she's probably setting up a set play here against a man-to-man. But if she's anticipating a 1-3-1 zone, she may have a set play for that also. We'll see what New Bremen does.
I would assume if there's any make or any opportunity to get pressure or trap, it's going to be coming the way too. So
New Bremen's man-to-man, the way it looks.
Tried to work it to the corner, unsuccessful. Kicks it out to Ratterman. And you're right, here's a drive. Ratterman kicks it. Gephardt couldn't handle the pass. She was going to have a shot. Drives, we're under a minute left to play here. Ratterman's going to square it up and knocks it down as Taylor Ratterman here with 7 big points. Cuts it to 5 with 50 seconds, and here's the pressure. Handled by New Bremen. They're able to get it past the timeline. So Ratterman comes up and fouls Putoff.
Putoff come into the game 11 of 19 from the free throw line. Averages 6 points a game. And right now she has 5.
Yeah, big free throws, as we said. They're shooting free throws well here in the fourth quarter. If they're able to knock these down, they can kind of ice the game. But again, she's missed her last one, missed the front one here of 2. Still just a 2-possession game. Look for Loramie to rebound and push. She knocks this one down, extends the lead to 6. Ratterman's going to push quick. See the shooters pacing out. Coach Siegel trying to get her players in position. Looking for Holthouse. Reverse over to Gephardt. She steps up for 2, knocks it down. Ratterman almost with the steal. Just Putoff driving over to Jones. Dribbling through. She's going to pass it to Taylor, but she's fouled. Just 20.5 seconds left. 4-point lead now.
Still a 2-possession game. She's going to have to make both of these to make it a 3.
Jones with the first one. It's kind of interesting free throw approach. Just kind of rests the ball just in one hand before she gets it up there, but been successful so far, leading scorer in the game. 46-41. Jones trying to extend the lead to 6. She fires, it's good. Ratterman pushes. Breaks to the corner. She's cut off. Great defense by Tankman, making her dribble around. Ball's reversed to the corner. Holthouse going to shoot the jumper. Off the mark, no good. Pulled down by Tankman. She's going to be able to dribble out the clock, I think. So we're going to get a foul. 1.6 seconds left. Coach Burton going to send the players out, and the Cardinal faithful are on their feet, recognizing the home team effort tonight as the Cardinals looks like they're going to pull out their 7th victory of the season. Taken with the first is good. And the second shot's up, and it's good. Got to give credit to the Lady Cardinals as they finish this game off. Here's going to be the heave by Ratterman at the end. That'll be all tonight here as the Cardinals are victorious 49-41. We'll be back with our post-game recap and stats right after these messages.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
We're back here with post-game wrap-up where the New Bremen Lady Cardinals were victorious tonight against the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins, 49-41 with our post-game stats. Ron Cruzy.
From the field, the Redskins 24-49, the Cardinals 13-35. From the three-point line, 4 of 15 for the Redskins, 2 of 9 for the Cardinals. Both of those were banked in by Paige Jones. From the free throw line, 5 of 8 for the Redskins, 21 of 29 for the Cardinals, and 13 of 16 of those came in the fourth quarter. Rebound-wise, the Redskins won that battle 35-22. Turnovers, 16 for the Redskins and 12 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, so congratulations goes to Coach Chris Burden and the New Bremen Lady Cardinals as trailing 7-5 at the end of the first quarter, but ended up winning the second, third, and fourth quarters and pulling ahead to the 49-41 lead. So congratulations to the New Bremen Cardinals as they're able to knock off a pretty good Fort Loramie Lady Redskins team. Players of the game tonight, good play from several players on both teams, but starting with Fort Loramie, we're going to go with Taylor Ratterman.
She kept the Redskins in the game, and in the fourth quarter, she tried to get them to, come back and just fell a little short, but she handled the ball real well in the fourth quarter and was very aggressive with the basketball.
And so congratulations to Taylor. She'll be receiving a T-shirt from NKTelco. And for the home team, Lady Cardinals, it's going to go to senior Paige Jones.
Yeah, she had an overall good game, not only on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end. I don't know exactly how many steals she had, but it was quite a few and quite a few deflections. So she led the defensive side of the ball for the Cardinals, and that was very important in the game.
And so congratulations to Paige as well. Records-wise, that's going to bring Fort Loramie to 4-3. Their next action is going to be on Thursday in a Shelby County League matchup against Houston. And Bremen's going to move to 7-1 on the season. Their next action also on Thursday against Upper Scioto Valley. That's going to do it for us here at New Bremen. I want to thank our whole production team today in the van, Isaac Sell and Daniel Allen. On camera, Janelle Bullheimer, Kurt Kuffner, and Kyle Pranger. My name is Ben Ayers, and alongside me all night was Ron Cruzy. We thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for watching NKTelco Sports.